All right, guys, what's up? It's your boy Derek. What's going on, man? I last Sunday, I don't really know how to jump into stuff like this because I'm doing this for the podcast, but I'm also doing dedication to one of my greatest friends I ever had in my entire life. I mean, one of the greatest dudes I ever met in my life, man. I mean, there's no going around it. There, I think I think they're one of the craziest things ever. It's like, I always thought me and this person would grow old together. I always thought, because he's been a lifelong friend. I met this person who was 8 years old. I was 10 years old. That's been about 20 years, 25 years. We first met about 25 years ago. We was both young as fuck. Um, I remember when I first met him, he was good friends with my brother Chris. It's my homeboy Jay. Where Jay is, Jay was one of the biggest influences in my life to become just do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like he always kind of believed in you. He was just man, he was just always there. And he's that friend that you literally have if you're having a bad day. You can call him and you just be laughing your ass off. No matter how bad your fucking day is. Like I literally, when I heard the news that he passed, I literally wanted to call him and tell him about it. you know, I literally wanted to call this man and tell him like, "Yo, one of my best friends has passed," and he would have, made me laugh, or he would have just talked to me and stuff like that, and he would have been there. But he he was a good dude, man, and one of the greatest people I ever met in my life. One of the like he can. I always wanted him to be on the podcast because he would have been able to tell you stories about us growing up that you people would have been like, like they were crazy. But and the craziest thing about Jay was, especially in my 20s when we started to hang out again, because we hung out when we were kids, and then kind of like you know how it is. You move away, you split apart, and then you know what I'm saying. And then we uh we reunited when I was 20 years old, and we hung out for a couple years, like 8, 9 years. And then we kind of spread apart again, and then we just started talking again last year. But he was like, in my 20s, I go to his house, man, and the craziest part would be this man would just, he, no matter you'd be sober and you're having a good time. You ain't gotta be high. You ain't gotta be drunk. You ain't gotta be tripping. Like he was literally one of the people that you can go to his house for a weekend, and you're gonna have a good weekend. You're gonna remember what happened that weekend. It's gonna be it's gonna be freaking fun. It's gonna be happiness. You're gonna be laughing. You're gonna be having a good time. Um, he was never one of the people that would turn you away. And I remember when we first met, we were kids. We lived in a place called Village Circle. Village Circle was a little neighborhood, little cul-de-sac, Ed and Eddie kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like we would all of us kids would get there together, hang out, and there was always a big group of us. We was always riding bikes. We was always riding little razor scooters. We had skateboarding. Just kids having a good time, man. Like it was like a '90s movie, like some kind of Sandlot kind of thing where everybody would get together and play football, kickball, baseball. We had clubhouses out in the woods. We had just everything you could think of, man. It was like one of the some of the best years of my life. And I know that's sad to say, but it was some of the best years of my life. And I remember first meeting him. My little brother Chris was like, "Hey, my friend from school moved across the street from us," and I was like, "I don't give a fuck," you know what I'm saying? And he said, "No, no, he wants to meet you." So I went over to meet him. And he's like, "What's up, Big D?" He just started calling me Big D. They're the ones that gave me the nickname Diesel. So everything that I have Diesel on, that's from Jay and his big brother Michael or Mikey. That's from them too. And Big D was also from Jay and Mikey. And he's like, "What's up?" John's my brother Derek. He's like, "What's up, Big D?" He just started calling me Big D. He started, and that was always like, they gave me that nickname. That's a they, and I'm just thinking about it just now. I didn't think about it before, but they gave me that nickname, Big D. And then of course we got older with the Diesel or just D, but they gave me those nicknames. Like my stage name Diesel, the first name came from Jay and them. You know what I mean? Like so, whenever I did something or like what I mean, like on internet, wherever it's always Diesel Uchiha, but Diesel came from Jay and them. Uchiha came from my favorite anime, but I was it was freaking crazy. We just all started hanging out. And I remember he'd eat ramen noodles. It was the first time I ever seen anybody do this. He'd eat ramen noodles, but he'd eat them in a bag, but he'd crush them up and then put seasoning on top of it, shake them up, maybe put some hot sauce or whatever in there. But sometimes he'd just put the seasoning in there and just shake it up, and he'd be eating the ramen noodles like that, like they're shit. It's like, what is he doing? And every morning, like when we became really good friends, like and my brother Chris would always say, "You stole him from me. You stole him from me. You stole him from me." And we became really good friends because we just clicked, what I'm saying, right away. We just clicked, what I'm saying? That was, we both, like, he's the one that, like, brought him, like, he introduced me to Eminem, like, not really in real life, what I'm saying, but like the music. He had a was a Slim Shady LP or was the Marshall Mathers LP? It was one of those two. We listened to that. He introduced me to ICP. He introduced me to like, like Twisted. He introduced me to like a lot of the music I listen to nowadays. That man introduced me to because Jay was very musical. Jay would always like every time you'd hang out, yo, you gotta hear this song. Hear this song. Here, man, listen to the song. Like even when we're talking on the phone, yo, I'm gonna send you the song, bro. See what you think about it. He loved his music. He had screamo, he had rap, and what I'm saying, and just some metal, like whatever. He's the one that introduced me to Slipknot too, I believe. Like I'm not even percent sure, but a lot of the music I listen to nowadays is literally a lot of the music that Jay introduced me to. Let the car go by. I mean, I'm trying to do something nice here. But so he introduced me to a lot of music. I remember days would go by, and we lived right across the street from each other. My parents, wake me up in the morning, make us go outside at 8 o'clock in the morning. Jay wouldn't get up till 12 or 1 o'clock, so I'd sit there on my porch and wait for him to get up. And how I know this man got up, he come walking outside in a white t-shirt, pair of Jinko jeans, maybe some slides or sandals, socks on. Sometimes he just come out there with just his socks on. His socks, his Jinkos, and his white t-shirt, and that's how he come out there. It's just a bag of ramen noodles crushed up in his hand, eating them. He'll go like just wave you on over. You know what I mean? So you be like, throw your hands up. He wave you on over. Go over there. Because I already knew I was allowed to go over there. My parents, my mom had a lot of respect for his mom, and God rest her soul as well. And my mom had a lot of respect for his mom. So she's like, you can go over there whenever you want. We didn't even have to ask. A lot of times I'd be like, yo, Jay, say I gotta go home and do the dishes. I gotta go home and do this. I gotta do that. I said, get your mom to call in 30 minutes till I come over. Like, yeah. So Jay would get his mom to call in like 30 minutes and they would have me come over, And it was just like, I mean, just instantly, his mom made some of the best pretzels I ever had. Too. Like, she made these giant pretzels with mustard on them. It was so good. Me and Jay used to eat those pretzels all night. We'd play video games. We'd watch wrestling. We used to watch wrestling back in the day. We had like The Rock, Kurt Angle, JBL, Eddie Guerrero. We used to watch it back in the day with John Cena. Like, we had a good time, man. Like we was every time wrestling would come on, it was like a big event at Jay's house. Here I come. Go over there and watch wrestling. We'd everybody in the whole house would watch it, and I was always enthusiastic. Like family always like intrigued me because they would like literally all do stuff together. My family wasn't like that. We didn't do much together. We didn't go to the park together. We didn't do that. But Jay's family would, and they all welcomed you with open arms. They was warm hearted, and I remember like even to this day, I think about them, man. I think about a lot of them a lot, and like even when we got older, we go to the park or whatever, and like a lot of us guys we throw the football around or whatever, and it's just like Jay was good at fucking a lot of like he could throw a ball like spiral, 60 yards nearly. This man did not fucking give up. This man was like literally had a lot of like he was just he was just alive. He had a great just a great personality. He was fun to be around. He like so many good times. Like I remember sitting on his back porch, man. When we got older, dipping snuff, smoking cigarettes, talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Just playing poker, freestyling, um, and just for hours, man. We would do this, and we would sit back there, be like 5 o'clock in the morning, and everybody going to bed, and we're just sitting there. I'll be sitting out there smoking a cigarette, and JB having a big old dip of snuff in his mouth, big old dip of Skull Cherry. He always had a brand new Skull flavor he wanted me to try. Here, you should try Skull Citrus, bro. Oh my God, it's good. Skull Cherry was my favorite. And he would always, hey man, I got you a can of Skull Cherry. You want some of this? Yeah. He'd always try to convert me to dipping. and but we'd sit out there and on his back porch and just talk, man, for hours. Just laugh so hard you're crying. Sometimes I would laugh so hard that my stomach would be hurting. And like there's not many people in the world that could do that to me. But Jay always had the most interesting stories, always had the most interesting time. Always like and everybody has a brother in their life that's not your blood kin, but that's your brother. That's your people. That's your homie. That's what I'm saying. That's somebody that you go to war for. And that was Jay for me. And Jay would do the same for me. I think the part that one thing that really, when I heard the news, he was stupid phone was going off, but he was like I was thinking about him the day before. And I said, man, how's my dog doing? Because we went a month without talking to each other. We usually do. Like, sometimes we'll do that. We'll go a month or so without talking to each other, and then we'll pick it right back up. My craziest times last year to help me get through a lot of things that were going on last year was really talking to him on the phone. Like literally, like on every Saturday, he'd call me or I'd call him. We'd sit on the phone for about 2 3 hours, talking about our week, talking about our jobs, talking about women, talking about just some of the greatest, some funny shit, reminiscing about the past, making fun, laughing our ass off, about how we used to rip this one kid off on Pokemon cards, like. We was big into Pokemon, and we had this idiot was in our neighborhood. He got this badass rare cards, but he just, if you have $1, I'll give you this Charizard. Bet, bitch. Like and Jay knew how to talk to him too. Jay would like Jay goes, "Yo, D, look what I got." I remember one time I was like, "What?" He like got this brand new Charizard. I'm like, "How did you get that?" He's on Eddie, stupid ass, bro. Like he had like literally. You know what I'm saying? Like he wanted $2, bro, for snack day tomorrow. He goes, and Jay goes, I told him I'll give him a three. And he goes, Eddie act like he ripped me off. And I'm like, oh my God. And Jay goes, I played it off too. Come on, bro. You messing with that poor guy, man. And I would laugh my ass off at that because like he was that dude, man. And he he would literally just it was always a good time, man. And I remember we played beer pong. We had 50 cup beer pong. That was my beer pong partner, bro. Like that was my beer pong partner. It won't be the same. Nothing's ever gonna be the same. Um, it's not. It's not ever gonna be the same. I mean, because dude was. It's like losing. You know what I'm saying? Like losing a part of your childhood, losing one of your best. Like just losing like losing family, man. Because his family treated me like family. I'll give y'all a good instance. One time on his dad, I was at Jay. I was talking to Jay. I used to talk to Jay all the time. I used to work at a shitty job, shitty restaurant, and the only thing that made it good was on my days off. I got to go hang out with Jay and Mikey. That was the best part about it. That's the only thing that kept me going during that time. I was in a very dark place, and what kept me going was the Wells family was going to come pick me up on my days off, or on the day before my day off, and then I was going to be able to hang out with them. That kept me going. That kept me alive for so many fucking years. And he didn't know that, but he knew that in a way. He would text me every day, every day. Me and this man would talk like little girls. As soon as he'd wake up, what's up, D? As soon as I wake up, what's up, Jay? and we would talk for all day long when I'm at work, and that's what kept me going. Like I had this shitty job, and managers be yelling at me, coworkers be screaming at me, everybody's yelling at me, and we're working in a restaurant, and I'm just sitting there. But the only thing that kept me going, and sometimes they wouldn't even talk to me at all. Like, I mean, hey guys, what's up? And everybody's like, shh, leave us alone, Derek. The one thing that kept me going was my phone would go beep beep. I look down from Jay. What's up, D? Or what up, Diesel? And I go, not much, bro. It's at work. I just be smiling. They're like, what are you smiling about? I got a brother. One that gives a fuck about me. I got someone that gives a fuck about me. And I think that was the crazy part. Um, but like those man, I look forward to those times. I remember one time I got off work and I had to do the floors at work, and they had like the squeegee, yeah, the squeegee floor. They got my shoes got fucking soaking wet. It was oh shit, I think it was like 25 degrees out. I got home and I lived in a trailer. It was like a fucking tin can, and in that tin can, whatever it was outside, that's what it was inside too. A little colder, a little hotter. Like even in the summertime, it's like it'd be like 110 degrees in there. I remember one time it was so hot in that trailer that I had candles when I first turned 21. I had two candles at 21, and they melted. So anyway, it was cold as hell that day. It was like in the middle of January. I got home. It was so cold that my pipes busted. I couldn't even take a shower. And Jay texted me. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing tonight?" I said, "Man, I think I'm just gonna stay home and chill." And he goes, and the roads were getting icy. He goes, "We're gonna come pick you up, dude." Man, I don't want to bother y'all like that. The roads are icy. I don't want y'all out there on the roads. So Jay goes and tells his dad. And what Pop says is what goes. So I get another call. He's like, "What's up, dog?" He goes, "This is Pops." I said, "Yes, sir. We're coming to pick you up. Be ready in 30 minutes." I said, "Pops, it's icy out there." He goes, "I don't give a fuck, son." He goes, "We have some warm chili here at the house." He goes, "We will be ready for you." And he goes, "Guess what? Get you a bowl of chili." And me and Jay and and Mikey's ex-wife, we'll be on the way. And Jay's ex-girlfriend, all them piled up in the van, come pick my fucking sorry ass up. And they're gonna bring you some extra clothes. You can take a shower. Got to his house, took me a shower, got out, had me a nice bowl of hot chili, and I'm just like, who would do that for somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like who? You know what I mean? But they did, and that's how he was, man. Like he'd always they always had your back, no matter what. The craziest thing is the other day I'm gonna pull up something that he actually sent me this like 2 days before he passed, and I didn't see it because I'm always too fucking busy, And on TikTok, okay, oh man, because we always send each other messages on TikTok because we're weirdos. I still see his face too. Man. Okay, so it said, is it popping up? It says, he swing, I swing. He mad, I'm mad. His beef, my beef too. They jump, we jump. We jump harder. Why? Because that's my motherfucking brother. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with him without me stepping in. And that's some real shit. That's exactly how we are too. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember people will talk shit about him, and I'm just like, "What'd you say?" They be like, "Dude, it's cool." I'm like, no, it's not cool. What's up? You know what I'm saying? But that's the same with him, his brother. You know what I'm saying? Like Mikey, he was also like a brother to me. There's a few guys from the old neighborhood. There's three guys from the old neighborhood that I fuck with still. It's Tony, Mikey, and Jay. That's it. Those are my brothers. And of course, I got new guys in the circle. There's like I got guys like my friend Skyler too. He's like a brother too. But I got Skyler, Jay, Mikey, Marcus, and Stony. Those are my brothers from different mothers and fathers. You know what I'm saying? And I one's gone. So I never expected that. Like I always thought that we was gonna be like old men talking shit, taking our shots, or rocking chair. So, like we used to do. Like we was young doing that shit. We was young on his back porch talking shit, man. We was back there. He would have me laughing so hard. There's a video out there of me getting hit in the nuts with a ball. We went through a stage where like chopping each other in the nuts was the funniest shit ever. Like him and his brother Mikey would have me laughing so fucking hard because they he'd be like Bangkok, I hit the nuts or man up son, you know that's what I was thinking the other day. I was sitting here moping thinking about him and I said, man, I bet you $20 if Jay saw me looking like this all teary eyed and shit. He gonna be like he gonna walk up and be like, hey, man up son, and hit me around the nuts. Like I was expecting it. So I was like, man, dude, that shit's crazy. And I just, we went to a stage that, like playing a thing called nutball. And it's where you would throw the ball, a bouncy ball, and hit the other person in the nuts. And that shit hurts, bro. That shit hurts. I remember they did that to me, and it hurt so fucking hard because what happened was like we had my laptop set up and where it was recording, and right behind the laptop was Mikey. Right above me was Jay with a metal ball. He was supposed to drop the ball on my nuts, and that was like gonna be my production company. Like, and you know how the some production companies have the lion roaring. Well, mine was gonna be me sitting there getting hit in the nuts. And so I was like, okay, okay, okay. And I'm prepping myself for the ball that Jay has. Well, Mikey on the other side with another ball behind his back, and he's sitting there like this. And before I know it, I look over and I said, he ain't gonna hit me with that ball. We bah hits me and Jay just started cracking up. Like he had it planned the whole fucking time. And yeah, man, shit was fucking crazy. It was definitely it was definitely some crazy times, man. But when we do stuff like that all the time and have a good time, and it was always no matter what it was like family, and then everybody would just have a good time. No matter like we go to the park, we would like his whole family would be there, and they always treat me because I was like, man, I've never seen a family that would hang out like this, but they were cool. Everybody'd have a good time, everybody be laughing, you know what I'm saying? Before you know it, you're just sitting there just standing up against a pole laughing your ass off because you know what I'm saying, Jay doing something. He was always the life of the party. Always the life of the party, man. The dude was always, no matter what, no matter what situation it was, he was always the life of the party. He was he was just there, man. Like, he was there in the moment. He was living in the moment. I respected the shit out of him for that. We had a rap group called the Country Boys. But he was, we had a lot of stuff, going on, and we just live our fucking lives the best way we can. And it was, it was at those moments where you just, what I mean, I missed the most. I missed those fucking moments. I missed the times me and him had just, just hanging out. Like it could be like this, just a normal day, and then like Jay will come through, and it's like all of a sudden you're in a good mood. All of a sudden, you're having a good time. You could be depressed or whatever. Like I really like. Part of me still wishes you'd call me and be like, we're just fucking around, or man, it's just, man, what are you up to, D? I'm like, man, I heard you pass, and he go, really? And, and he'll just listen to you. He'll listen to me rant a little bit, and he'll add his little intake in it, just have me cracking up. Like I remember he would do like the redneck voice, like I do rant about Billy Bob. Well, he did one too, and it was more funnier. He would do I remember one time I was complaining, I was ranting on the back porch about the freaking people from overseas that like the Arabian people that would answer the phones and when you try to get them set up and he'd be like, oh no, buddy, and he'd do it perfectly. Like, let me tell you, buddy, you don't know how bad my life is. I work by the bathroom. I hear you screaming about your telephone. I don't care. It's the funniest shit ever. And we were back there laughing so fucking hard and I would just like almost fall down laughing. Like he was the first person to show me two girls, one cup too. Like don't be wrong, I threw up and he laughed at me. But he was just he would just show me shit and like we'd always talk shit. We'd always like just mess around. We had a good time. Like it was you would never have another fucking like I don't know if I've ever had anything like that again in my life. And you know I was talking to I was talking to his ex the other day. She was because she was there a lot, and we were just and she said, she told me about him, and I was like, yeah, I already know. And I'm like, man, I feel like this isn't real. She's like, I know, and that's how I felt too. I think that's how she felt too, because like it was like no one like dude was 33, man. Dude was a great dude. It's like he was always everybody's freaking comfort to be around. Everybody's. You know what I'm saying? If you have a problem, just come to Jay. You're gonna have it. You're gonna be happy. You're gonna be happy by the end of the fucking day. If you have a problem, come to Jay because you'll be happy at the end of the fucking day. That's rhyming, but and that was true. That's how I felt like it because I used to enjoy the calls with him every Saturday. Just of how every time we would talk about our jobs and stuff, and I just smile because I'm like, man, life is good. I'll be sitting on the porch taking my little I have a little baggie full like of shots, and I'll be taking my shots and be like, hey, I got one too. Let's take a shot together. And it was like almost like life was okay just for that 3 hours I was on the phone with him. And even this that's how it was. We used to hang out. I remember one time like I got before I go, I got suspended from my job at Storms. Suspended, and I didn't know what to do. I was depressed. I couldn't go to work for a week. Jay and Mikey were like, "We're coming to pick you up, D." I said, all right. I was at my dad's house because my dad then found me on the side of the road, laid out on a park bench. Long story. So they came to pick me up. Had a dog named Shelby. So Shelby misses you. I was at their house playing with their dog and stuff, and we all went to the pool at his sister, big sister's house. We all had a good time there. It was like the greatest week. It was like a summer vacation because it was in the middle of summer too while this happened. So it was the greatest freaking like vacation I ever had. Was just a week with the Wells family, and we would just like get into trouble. We're not really getting in trouble, but we talking shit, knocking each other in the nuts, partying a little bit, but not really drinking or anything like that. We were just fucking having a good time, just like and that's weird to me, but we were having a great time, like barbecuing, laughing, talking shit about my football team, like they always did. Um, they were always that we were always talking shit, to each other about football. Like some of my greatest times also was in the fall when when the Longhorns were playing those. That was all of our favorite teams right there. Me and Jay and Mike, we would not miss a Longhorn game to fucking save our lives. At my job, I literally scheduled my weekends around Longhorn games. My job would go, okay, they have a day game this week, so you don't come in until tonight. If they have a night game, I get off and I would come in the daytime. And I'd go to Jay's house. Yo, Jay, when's the game start? 12? Okay, I'll be there. So they'll come pick my ass up at 10 o'clock in the morning. We're waiting, watching the game. All three of us up early for the goddamn Longhorns. And like Jay was big on the Longhorns, and we would watch the game. That was back when Colt McCoy's, George Shipley was there. That's back when that was good times, man. Just fucking great times. And we'd sit around and watch the game, and we wouldn't miss a game. And if one of us was missing the game, the other one was letting the other one know the score of the game. So it was like, let's say if Jay had something he had to do, or if I had something, or if I couldn't get off that day, or whatever, or you know what I mean? Like if I had to miss the game, I would be getting text message, Joe, it's 10-17. Oh, yo, it's this. Jay always kept me updated and stuff like that. And so we always had some of the greatest fucking times of our life. You know what I'm saying? We just guys sitting around talking shit, watching football, and I'll just be laughing so hard. You know what I mean? Because like just I could just see him sitting there, dip in his mouth, a spit cup, just talking shit. Just ready for it, and I'll just be laughing my ass off so fucking hard, man, because that right there was that was a true friend, man, and it was what I mean, like he don't realize this, man, but I think he does that. He was he was a really great friend and always the life of the party. That was my bro, man, forever, forever, ever. You know what I'm saying? And if if a lot of people don't understand that, and you go a lifetime sometimes without meeting people like Jay. I got lucky enough to meet Jay. I got lucky enough to meet him when I was 10 years old. When he was a young dude with bleach blonde hair, white t-shirt, JNCOs, socks on with sandals, waving you over with a bag of ramen noodles in his hand. That was him. Just come on over, D. And I hope when I one day when I pass, I'm gonna see this man. I'm I'm gonna see him, at the pearly gates, waving me in with a bag of ramen noodles in one hand, the other hand waving me on in. Come on, D, it's your time. Maybe, but I don't know. I think having gained a great one, man, and that's the goddamn fucking truth. Because if it was because the Earth had a great one. I love that dude. So that's all I gotta say about that. That's you know what is that? Anyway, thank you for listening. Anybody that's listening out there, enjoy the podcast. I just had to get some things off my chest, and I hope you guys enjoy. You know, but hey, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like I think someone like Jay will live on forever. You know what I'm saying? And that's one reason why I made this video too, so people can look back and be like, man, I had a brother like that too, or you know what? You know what I'm saying? I don't know who this Jay guy was, but he was fucking awesome, man, and he was. Like, ain't nobody compares, man. Dude was always life of the party. Dude was always having a good time. We could be out at the park just playing football, and like you're laughing and having a good time. You're lost in the moment. The moments will go by so fucking fast, and then before you know it, it's like it's over, and you're like, damn, that was so fun, bro. That was the greatest fucking moments of my life, man. And just hanging out with this dude and his family. I remember we'd be at the pool and he'd be like just trying to pants us or something. And just this button in our face. Like one of the before I go, I will tell you what happened on my 22nd birthday. I think it was 21st or 22nd. I remember I was at his house and my birthday hit. And he was, hey, close your eyes. I got a surprise for you. It was like right at midnight when my birthday hit. I said, okay, okay. I said, what is it? What does he have planned now? And I hear his brother snickering. I said, "Oh God, what are they going to do to me?" Like I knew they were going to either hit me in the nuts, or what I'm saying, or something. You know what I'm saying? Like 'cause Jay always has some kind of plan. And he goes, "Open your eyes," and I opened my eyes, and his big old white ass was right here. And he goes, "Happy birthday, Mr. President!" And started shaking. I said, "What the hell?" And I just fell over, and then I started laughing so hard. It was just little moments like that, man, that you would you wouldn't think, like, what I'm saying, like just little moments like that that keep you laughing, man. Just keep you going, and little things in life like that that just kept me going. And he was one of the key ingredients of why I just kept fucking pushing through at those times. You know what I mean? The key ingredient. You know. Thank you guys for listening and watching. Enjoy the podcast. It's coming up next. Um, I did a little two-part of this podcast, so yeah, definitely enjoy that. Kind of angry on it, so screaming, hollering like I do. So anyway, y'all have a great time, man. Rest in peace, brother. I know damn well you're probably listening up in heaven. We gonna kick it when we meet again. I promise you that. You know what I'm saying? When we meet again, motherfucker, we gonna kick it. And so just save a spot for me too. You know?